Hey guys, as I'm sure you all already know, it looks like the new Silent Hills game that was supposed to be directed by Kojima and Guillermo del Toro has been cancelled outright. And it's not like we didn't expect it, since Kojima left Konami, and they basically said that Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be his last game. The writing has been on the wall. I mean, it's terrible to finally, hear it for realsies, for lack of a better term. And admittedly, Konami hasn't said anything, but Del Toro admitted in an interview, or at least he, was talked to and said that the game is canceled. So it's not unexpected, but it's probably some of the worst gaming news I've heard in a very, very long time. For those of you who played PT, the playable teaser for Silent Hills, you know that it had the potential to change horror gaming. At least, it was fresh in a way that I didn't expect a horror game could be. And maybe that was Kojima, maybe it was Del Toro, probably a combination of both of them. And I'm not even sure that a full game would have been able to maintain what Silent Hills, the demo, PT, was able to do in its short running time for an entire game's length. But it would have been interesting to see them try. But, as it stands, Silent Hills is no more. And that is damn depressing. Because with all the good things happening in the game industry, and of course the bad things, horror games have been wavering as of late. There have been a couple of good games, but you get your Resident Evil 6s, you have, The Evil Within, which I haven't played, frankly, but everyone says that it was just crap, so I'll eventually give it a try, but right now I'm not chomping at the bit for it. But one thing that bugs me here is, what is this going to do to Konami? I mean, what did they have other than Kojima at this point? Looking at their release schedule from the last few years, 2014 we had Lords of Shadow 2 and Ground Zeroes. This is the PS3 release schedule for Konami. Before that we had Revengeance. That was 2013. In 2012, we had Silent Hill Downpour, Never Dead, and the Silent Hill HD Collection, which was a botched piece of crap, as you all know. I think it's been patched, but still I don't think it's great, from what I've heard. And then you have your Pro Soccer Evolution or Pro Evolution Soccer games once a year. But other than that, their star player has left. They might be able to pull out a Revengeance here and there if they pull in people like Platinum Games, who can basically do no wrong. But for the most part, they're going to try to make Metal Gear games after Kojima leaves, and I can't imagine that they'll be any good. Maybe I'll be wrong, maybe I'll eat these words, but for all intents and purposes, for me, Metal Gear Solid 5 is the final game in the series. Done. But who knows? Just when you think back to the good old days, the NES days, Konami was one of the big players. When you thought of game companies, the big names, you thought of Nintendo, of course, Capcom, Konami, all of those guys. But now, I don't know what's left. And maybe it's just another sign that gaming is, it's changing. Companies come, companies go, big names appear, and big names are forgotten about. But, sad in multiple ways. Feel free to let me know what you think of the future of Konami in the next few years, if you think they even have a future. Because right now, I don't think they do.